A 1952 penny carries a story that begins in a very different America. It was struck during a year when the nation was balancing post-war prosperity with the tensions of the Cold War, and millions of these little copper coins entered everyday circulation. Today, more than 7 decades later, a 1952 Lincoln wheat cent can still attract collectors, especially when the right mint mark, condition, color, or unusual variety enters the picture. The 1952 Lincoln cent belongs to the final decade of the famous wheat penny series. The Philadelphia Mint produced more than 186 million examples, while Denver and San Francisco also struck cents that year. That means the first thing you should do when you find a 1952 penny is look beneath the date. A tiny D or S can completely change the identity of the coin. America in 1952 was living through an extraordinary period. Harry S. Truman was president, the Korean War was still underway, and the Cold War was shaping American foreign policy and daily life. Television was becoming increasingly popular, automobiles were transforming communities, and the post-World War II economy was continuing to reshape the country. Now, imagine one of these pennies sitting in a store counter in 1952. Perhaps someone used it to buy a newspaper, a piece of candy, or another everyday item. From there, it could have traveled through hundreds of hands before eventually ending up in a collection. The obverse gives us the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, facing right. Victor David Brenner created this historic design, which first appeared on the Lincoln cent in 1909. Above Lincoln is "I in God We Trust." Liberty appears to the left, while the date 1952 sits on the right. Denver examples carry a D mint mark beneath the date, while San Francisco examples carry an S. Turn the coin over, and the classic wheat reverse appears. 2 wheat ears frame the words 1 cent and United States of America. Above them is E pluribus unum. This reverse design would remain on the Lincoln cent only until 1958, making the 1952 coin part of the final years of an iconic American design. The coin itself is made primarily of copper, with the traditional bronze composition used for Lincoln cents of this era. It weighs approximately 3.11 grams and measures about 19 millimeters across. So how much is a 1952 penny worth? The answer depends heavily on which coin you have. A normal circulated 1952 Philadelphia cent is generally not extremely valuable. Millions were produced, and many survived. But condition can change the story dramatically. A sharply struck coin with original surfaces, strong details, and attractive red color can be considerably more desirable. Professional grading becomes particularly important at the highest levels because tiny marks, spots, and changes in color can make a major difference to a coin's grade. The 1952D and 1952S issues also deserve attention. Their mint marks help collectors distinguish them, and high-grade examples can command premiums. The San Francisco issue, in particular, can become much more interesting when found with strong original color and exceptional preservation. Collectors should also watch for genuine mint errors and varieties. Possible features worth investigating include double dies, repunched mint marks, off-center strikes, clip planchets, die cracks, die chips, and other unusual mint-made characteristics. But there's an important rule. Don't mistake damage for an error. A scratch, dent, corrosion, polishing, or artificial color change that happened after the coin left the mint generally doesn't make it valuable. If you discover a 1952 Lincoln cent, don't clean it. Keep its original surface intact. Check the mint mark, inspect Lincoln's portrait, examine the date and lettering, and carefully study the wheat reverse. If something looks genuinely unusual, professional authentication can help determine whether you have a legitimate variety or error. When selling a potentially valuable example, consider reputable coin dealers, established auction houses, coin shows, or trusted online marketplaces. Exceptional coins and major errors may benefit from professional certification before being offered to serious collectors. The 1952 Lincoln wheat cent may be small enough to disappear between your fingers, but connects us to an America facing war, Cold War tensions, technological change, and a rapidly transforming society. And that's the beauty of coin collecting. The value isn't always written on the coin. Sometimes you have to discover it hidden in the date, the mint mark, the condition, or one tiny detail that millions of other coins don't have.